So, welcome.
Right.
welcome.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Really, I know you're such a busy man these days, but
really.
doing a lot of wonderful things here and there.
Thank you.
In fact, we're going to get right into it very soon.
Sounds
good.
good.
Very soon. But Samson Akintan.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're a man of many talents, and you have done many things in different places. You know, previously you were in ASA.
Yes, I was.
ASA
Yep.
president for
Yep.
a couple years ago, or
Yes.
last year.
Yeah, I was president last year, and I was vice president the year before that.
Okay.
And the year before that, I was just a good old member.
Oh wow!
Just a good old member.
That's a lot of growth. I mean, it's like from good old member to vice president and president, and now you're at large. So I mean, I always wanted to understand, like, you know, what at large.
What at large means.
Yeah.
So I mean, with this current position, it's kind of different from like. So when I was actually president of African Student Association, that was my first year being a student government. So at that time, I was holding the position of College of Business senator. So the main reason why, like, I kind of got into that was because I saw a lot of problems with my major, like things going on within my college. And when I found out, like, oh, there's a way I could actually be a part of change, I was like, oh, that's something that sounds like my area. So I was very, very passionate about it, so I got into it right away. So moving on from that, and then I got the opportunity, because that was my first year being on Senate, so I got the opportunity to actually, like, talk to a few other senators, like the past president Abdul. That was like a real, like, that was one of the people that actually motivated me to join student government. So stemming up from that, it pretty much kind of like, I was able to like work with him and see what he did as president. So I kind of like always kind of got the feeling that I wasn't representing the whole constituents. Like, I wasn't representing a wide range of people. I was only representing people in my college. So I felt like, okay, now moving on from that, I kind of want to be a voice for people. I want to be a voice for like the entire student population, international students, domestic students, graduate students, anybody, like wherever you may be, just be a voice for them. So that's really what at large means.
Wow.
As in my
It's like anybody that basically attends MSU, you
Pretty
are
much.
basically a representative for them.
pretty much.
Wow. So you said you're in the College of Business. So what's your major?
So I'm currently a finance major in my senior year. I'm also minoring in marketing.
Okay.
And that's
Wow.
that's-
So definitely graduating this semester.
I'm graduating the following semester, so May 2019.
So we're gonna eat your jollof rice.
like God's grace.
Very soon. I'm gonna make sure I'm starving that day.
That would be a very good idea. It'll be. I mean, hopefully we graduate.
Okay. No, I'm sure it's hopefully.
By God's grace, we'll graduate.
We're already alive, so
Right.
you can't go back in. Right?
That's true. That's
Okay.
true.
So you probably alluded to this already. Why you joined student government, and so now that you're in your final year, what special projects are you working on? Or
Yeah. So regarding what we're working on right now, so like with my position as a senator, I also wanted to like take on a little bit of responsibilities since I'm not doing anything anymore with African Student Association other than what I did my freshman year, which was like being a good old member. So now I'm currently the student affairs coordinator for student government. So in that position, it's allowed me to really like learn a lot about issues that students face on campus. So one of the issues right now that we're currently trying to tackle is the health insurance plan for international students. Just a little bit about that. It's like international students are required to purchase a certain health insurance, and it's been brought up to myself and a bunch of other senators within my committee, like the issues wrong with the insurance, pretty much like things they don't like about the insurance. So we're trying, like next year, MSU is in the process of trying to draft up a new, like a new insurance policy, exactly. So with that new insurance policy, they're giving us a chance to be able to be part of that voice. So I'm trying to take away all of this like criticism I've heard about it and try to like formulate a way whereby we can address all those issues while still also like working with the university to come up with what's best. Does that make sense? So like one of the issues is the fact that like international students have to purchase, like they only have one option to purchase health insurance. So we're trying to like see how like we get that, okay, having it being one option might be a good idea, but then at the same time it's like everybody kind of wants their choice. They want the freedom to choose what they want. They don't want to be like, oh, you have to do this. You know what? Like, even if it's a bad choice, they want to be the person who makes the bad choice. So that's kind of like something we're trying to work with in that aspect. There's gonna be a lot of good things coming, to be honest. We also work like in that aspect of international students. We're also working on their cultural contribution hours. So international students are required to complete like a certain amount of hours per semester to get the cultural contribution scholarship, which pretty much helps them fund their tuition to be able to attend MSU. So with that, when I look into that, I kind of like think about retention, trying like, because one of the university's principles is they're trying to get retention rate very low, because the retention rate has kind of been creeping up every year. So we're trying to like see how we can make that retention rate low and try to like get more students to actually stay like enrolled. So one of the things with that is like the cultural contribution hours, to try to like reduce the amount of hours international students have to do to be able to get that scholarship.
Okay. So when you say retention rate, for some of our viewers don't even know what retention rate is. I guess they're gonna be confused. They're like, okay, are you supposed to keep people?
I'm dead.
No, seriously. But so when you say retention rate, are you talking about keeping the students who are in here, or the people who are trying to graduate to take them to go out fast?
Yeah, so pretty much retention rate is pretty much like the people that are enrolled here to try to keep them here.
Okay.
So like want to keep like the Mavericks.
Okay.
Yeah. So like want to keep MSU students here in MSU. We don't want like, I actually was talking to like a friend of mine that goes to South Central that's also like a faculty member at South Central, and he told me like they got like 5 international students from MSU that actually stopped going to MSU anymore just based off some of the disadvantages they face as international students. One of them being the fact that they had to complete the cultural contribution hours. There's not enough employment opportunities on campus, just based on the fact of how international students have doubled here at MSU. So we're trying to like see all those factors. Like MSU is a great school, people are coming here, but like we want to keep them here. And retention, like you mentioned, is also part of that 4-year plan, trying to get them out of here in 4 years. They come to school here and they stay for 4 years. That's pretty what retention is.
Okay. So, are there any things that you think that would be like the next stages for you in terms of?
So one thing I've noticed with being on student government is the fact that like you really can impact change by yourself. It's not gonna start with me. It can start with you, but it won't end with you. You understand? So like right now, the next, to answer your question, the next step is pretty much talking to the different faculty members involved, administration, and try to see how we can better come up with a better strategy to face these issues. So I love like with myself, all the senators are also helping me out and try to like make those issues, like try to rectify those issues as quickly as possible. So that's pretty much the next step right now. Just talking to the right people.
Okay, definitely. So if you know, if you're out there and you definitely I mean, you're watching this video, I definitely would love to share this out on our social media and definitely
definitely.
People to come. So is there going to be like a forum where people can to reach you out and talk about this? Or?
Oh yeah, so like that's the point. Like you mentioned, I'm the at-large senator for student government. So any issue related to like literally anything on campus, like you can always bring it up to me. You can bring it up to any of the other senators. They will find a way to get it to me. So my email address is like my first name, Samson, SAMSON, my last name, Akintan, AKINTAN, @mnsc.edu.
And if you don't know, you probably see it rolling on the screen right now.
you will. Right.
Yep. So definitely we can reach you at that. Yep. So what do you do in your spare time? I mean, I've heard a lot of fun things you're doing, so I'm just gonna let you say it.
Okay. So in my fun time, like that's the thing. Like my fun time is really just I try to like stay busy. Like I can play soccer. Okay. I play soccer. I play video games, FIFA, 2K.
You played 2K19 already?
2K19 already.
Yeah. That's a problem.
But I'll probably say like the biggest thing for me is just like always like I'm part of like different organizations, so like that's fun for me. Like just talking to like hanging out with people, meeting new people, you know, creating events for people to socialize and things like that. Which, by the way, there's an event coming up, Battle of ESAs. It's happening in the Twin Cities. I'm one of the people actually organizing that.
Well, tell me about it.
So Battle of EIC is going to be taking place in the Twin Cities. This is going to be the first time it's actually happening in the Twin Cities. Usually it takes place in Mankato. Yeah.
So why did it move to the cities then?
So it moved to the cities because we're trying to like put a new spin on it this time around. We're trying to put a spin on it whereby it's going to make it more competitive, a more global event, like a more fun event. So like this time around it's going to be actually a lot more people because it's going to be in the Twin Cities. So that way transportation to Mankato won't be an issue. You know, a lot of people already stay in the Twin Cities, and then Mankato is going to have a bus that's going to take people to the cities. Different schools that are taking part, like St. Cloud State University, St. Thomas University, University of Minnesota Duluth, University of Minnesota Twin Cities, like all those schools, they're all gonna like find a way to get their members to that event. So it's a big deal.
That's a big event.
It's a big deal.
And I know won it two times, like 2 years in a row.
Exactly.
Or
Yeah. No, actually, so this is gonna be the third year.
Okay.
The first year, University of Minnesota Twin Cities won.
Okay.
That was the inauguration year. And then last year, my presidency year, we were able to capture the W.
Okay.
So that was the first time Mankato has ever won it. So now it's just a matter of is Mankato going to come defend their
back to back.
Are they going to do back to back?
Man, we do like the Warrior style.
The Warrior, exactly. Warrior. Come on.
No, so okay, but for real, where is this event? How can we get to find out more about the event?
So with the event, you could follow my entertainment page. We're called Sneh Entertainment. Okay. It's pretty much SNEH_ENT. Sneh Entertainment on Instagram, on Facebook. You can always find us. If not, you can just contact me as well. Okay. I actually have tickets.
Oh, he was not playing.
I'll never play. I'll never play. You know, so we have this.
Let me take my own place. Of course. Thank you.
There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome. So get your tickets. Get your tickets. You know, they're just $10. Really, like this time around, there's an incentive for the schools. So it's not just a good old competition. That's why it's like it's not what it used to be. It's gonna be an old different vibe.
It's a big scale.
It's a big scale event. Literally, it's a big scale event. Next year,
are you gonna be performing at the event, or are you just gonna be organizing?
I'm just gonna be organizing it, but MSU is gonna be taking part in the event, like I mentioned. So they're gonna be like, they have the poetry down, they have the singing down, they have the dancing down. It's gonna be fun.
Wait, okay, so wait, let me look at my ticket. I don't know where this is taking up here.
It's taking up at Ukrainian Event Center.
Oh, Ukrainian? Okay.
Ukrainian Event Center.
Yeah.
So if you just want to put it on a GPS, 301 on Main.
Okay, 301
on Main. It will take you there.
Okay.
It will take you there.
This is nice. This is nice.
This is really nice.
So, what's your favorite song? I mean, like, what's your favorite food? Like, what? I mean, let's get to know this. I would like to know more.
All right. So, my favorite food is actually from West Africa because I'm Nigerian.
Okay.
So I'm specifically Yoruba. So my favorite food is it's called Inyo and Egusi.
I like that.
Inyo and Egusi.
I like that because you know that you have to roll your sleeves up.
You have to roll your sleeves up.